Something we've only seen less than a handful of times since this franchise was born back in the 90s, and that's Jacksonville hosting in the playoffs as we welcome you to TIAA Bank Field. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Tennessee Titans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. This will be taken in at the 1. He's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
180.
Mike 54. Check the outs. Check the outs.
Great.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette, and he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Check. Watch 54. Check.
Hey, Caden. Recon, 152 fighter.
SOS.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette.
Switch gears.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
In order to play really good run defense, when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
A first carry now for Thompson. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Purple 64.
You.
Hey, Caden.
Right there.
Hey, seam 6.
You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it. Slam.
Here's Foles. Complete to Jones. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46.
What we got?
Kill. Sponge.
Hayden's goal.
Check. Hatchet. Why?
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go. 180.
Check. Watch 54. You ain't doing nothing today.
They'll run on first down. Thompson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Back at the 49-yard line.
Good. 180.
Mike 57. Quit talking about it and bring it. 57's Mike. Mike 57. Watch QB draw.
Yeah. Go. Let's go. Five. Here we go.
Now on 2nd and 13. Foles looking downfield for Jones. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Yeah, go, let's go. 12. Smith.
57's the mic. 57's the mic. Let's go.
Now Foles. Past the 20. Jones has it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one will go down as 33 yards on the third down conversion.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
54. Coming to you.
Go with 5-3.
Check. Crunch.
They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And he'll take this one down near the 15. The big man, Jarrell Casey, in on the stop.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense, hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only one on that play.
On second down, it's Thompson. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Easy.
Watch it, man, I got you. Man.
Go.
Check.
They run with Thompson. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. The kick by Lambeau is good. Every possession in the postseason magnified. And look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit, so every point is precious.
And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their own 27. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down. That run's successful in large part because they had a lot of extra help blocking up front.
Yeah, you've got guys who can do that very, very well. In addition, they can catch the football. So sometimes when they line up with 3 tight ends, it's not necessarily to run it, and that gives you an advantage when you do decide to barrel off the line of scrimmage and block people downfield.
Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now the Purdue man, this is Akeem Hunt. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down. So back-to-back big runs picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
A running play on first down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Jaguars' 26-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Titans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help, because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys gonna come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Brings up second and goal at the 1-yard line.
Second and goal from the 1.
You. Whip. Watch the whip. Check one and go.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's third and goal. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on first down, but the defense does not budge on second and third. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and that will tie us at 3-3. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the second drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Go a little tennis on me.
I know you. You like to mix it up with sports.
They crack a forehand back out, and we get a backhand. What was the return on?
It was a backhand.
I like that.
Really good backhand.
With some nice top spin on the whole thing. I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's second and 10.
I'm coming. Check.
Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Ready?
Check. What
we got? Purple 64.
Tackle.
Foles. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bashed it.
Super toe.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A first down carry for Henry. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Mariota gives to Henry. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Darren Derrick Henry, 34 yards. And the Titans have taken the lead. Extra point put through by Succop. And the lead is now 10-3. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. First play of the drive is a run with Thompson. It's a foot race, and he cuts it right into space. The 20, 10, touchdown, Jaguars. Chris Thompson, 76 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness to it? Just getting there and taking off and going. For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 26-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Mariota hands to Henry. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards, a first down. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
A first down throw for Mariota. He's got Smith here. And he's got this down to the 35. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
On second down now. It's Henry, and he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. And he completes it to Hunt. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Mariota now. And this one complete to Smith. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Mariota on the delay to Henry. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. And Suckup will put this one right through, and they will take the lead at 13-10. Now the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. He's going to go deep for Conley. In a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dane Cruikshank. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Final play of the half here, Mariota. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. This is fielded at the goal line. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their program. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
6-man. Hey, alert 3.
They'll run it again with Henry. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Let's go.
3.
Delta.
1. Where are they, team?
Chopper.
On 3rd down, Mariota airing it out deep for Smith. That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Titans. Vincent Smith, 68 yards. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
This is fielded a couple yards deep.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Hey, check Mike 57.
13. Hey, Foxtrot.
57 to Mike. Mike 57. Check.
Back to throw here. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 45-yard line.
One of the selling points of the corner route is usually the receiver is able to move away from the defender. But in this case, he didn't get that far away.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now a give, right side. Thompson. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. On the tackle, it was Dane Cruikshank.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
They go with Thompson again. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 yards there, first down.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
On first down, it's Thompson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Receiver.
On the run, it's Fournette. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Again, it's Fournette. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10.
Let's go, D. Check 15. Watch safety creep. Safety creeping.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 14-yard line.
They'll run with Fournette. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar in some discomfort down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up fourth. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Telvin Smith that time there to make the play.
Okay, Benny, I see you. Blue line. Check. Here we go. Mike spoke forward.
Third and short yardage. Mariota. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Josh Allen drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up fourth down. Here now, Johnny Townsend as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Pulled in at the 24. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want a drive to end with a kick. Most of them want it to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants a drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it. I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. Trying to lay one up deep. That's caught at the 25. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the third quarter. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Fournette. Kevin Byard up to make the tackle. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is, he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Hey, Wood. Tiger.
Mike 54. Mike 50.
On 2nd and 9, Foles. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Jeffrey Simmons. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Well, Foles and the Jags now have to deal with a 3rd and long after that sack. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Waiting.
Here we go, D. All day defense.
One.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. I got you. Check, 55 to Mike.
Hey, orbit.
55 to Mike. Check pass.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. Let's go, great.
Ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
NFL quarterbacks work so hard on their mechanics, and they do so much repetition in practice, off-season, the whole deal. They expect it to be autopilot once the games start. That way it eliminates any type of pressure of the game, pressure of people in your face, all of that. That didn't shine through on that throw, though, did it?
No. A little bit of a dangerous pass and off target, too. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Mike 55. Mike 50, go.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. It was a safety, Kevin Byard, that time, who was able to knock it away. Though certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on 4th.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech.
Check hot route. Hot. Win the rep. Let's go right here.
Again, it's Henry. And now look at him go. 20, 10, touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. He's been having a great game, and that one right there, his best run so far, and it ends with 6 points.
And not only that, in his mind, what is he thinking? Can I get to 200 yards as well? Because he knows he's closing in on it. He may not know the exact number, but the best runners have a feel of what the yardage is that they're compiling, and he knows that he's getting close to that 200-yard mark now.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Under.
54 Mike. You gonna see me in your...
2nd and 10. This complete to Jones. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. They'll try and run forward with Fournette, and he gets it to the 32, good enough for a 1st down. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
57's Mike. Mike 57.
Hey, wahoo!
Hitting the mirrors back.
Here we go.
They'll set up to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete. It was Logan Ryan that time who knocked it away.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
They're going to look to throw. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And out across midfield, down to the 45. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 45-yard line.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together?
Hey, high 7.
Strip that ball. Strip that ball. 57's the Mike. 57's the Mike. Here we go, here we go. Hey, check Mike.
Now back to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, Delta.
They'll look to throw here. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Jeffrey Simmons able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4. Oh, get him, get him.
Hey, sound 1.
He'll look to throw. He's going to go deep for Conley. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. T.J. Green with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here where you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. They'll keep it on the ground. Henry, and a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter.
Watch the twist, watch the twist. Motion, motion, motion. 44, Mike, 44.
1.
44 is the Mike. Box try. Check.
1.
Man up, D. No. Off. Shift. General. Flash.
On 3rd down, Henry. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Here now, Johnny Townsend. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Hey, Silver.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Foles. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watched that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player? Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. And he will not be able to get away as Foles is taken down. Harold Landry in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Looking to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And as a result, their playoff run may end right here. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the Jaguars' 31-yard line.
Blue 80. Mike 50.
Blue down.
They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game, check, got that done. Win a wild card game, big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from Jacksonville.